Hello. This is so awesome. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm good. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, good. Can I call
Thank you
you
for
Becky, or would you
joining.
rather be called Rebecca?
Rebecca's fine.
Rebecca. Okay. So we're live today, and I have she is a guest today, but she's going to become the co-host of a practical tip to enlightenment that will air every Monday at 11 o'clock in the morning. If for some reason we need to change the time, we will let you know. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Rebecca.
Um, well, I am a mother of three, and I live in Dublin, and I am very in touch with spirituality and energy and kind of how all of that works. And we use that in our daily practice, just to help us be able to deal and cope with all the craziness that goes on around us every day. So I'm on this journey, this spiritual journey, to raise awareness and to help people understand what all of this means and how you can incorporate this into your day-to-day life to help you cope and grow spiritually. And hopefully, we all are able to reach enlightenment at the end of this life.
Or we can reach enlightenment now. What do you think
Yeah,
about that?
that's true.
Yes. You know, the sages in history, many, many years, always said that we would read that it takes many lifetimes to reach enlightenment.
Right.
And it is something that and I don't know if the sage just said this or it's just the energy around it, that we have to struggle, we have to sacrifice, we have to give up everything, and we have to climb a very steep mountain to get there. And
Yes.
I do not believe that. I believe that is in our DNA blueprint to be all that we are. I also believe that there may be in your DNA blueprint, maybe that's not what you're here to experience, the all end of enlightenment, where you
Right.
yourself,
Right.
you just go into the light, you become one with the cosmos. That
Mhm.
isn't necessarily for everybody, and it doesn't
Right.
mean that you can't be an enlightened being without it.
Or on the path, and you're still going to have struggles, right? Along
Yeah.
the way. And these are just tools that you and I are thinking might help navigate through this life, whether you're going to reach enlightenment or not. It does help you grow, right? It does help you.
It does. It really does help you grow. And one of the people that I've met along my way, who really is such an enlightened being, who he's a medical doctor. He's a DO. To me, it's a medical doctor. He's in Columbus, and he's a Chinese medicine doctor, and he might meditate 3 to 5 hours a day. And he says that it's a choice to suffer. He's a Buddhist, and we have a choice whether we want to suffer or not. And I really believe that. I believe that
I do too.
it's either we get into alignment with ourselves or we suffer. I mean, that's what happens to us in our life. Would you agree?
I do agree 100%.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And so
we choose to live in that,
yes,
and fester in that craziness, or we choose not to.
It's always a choice.
Easy, but it's not easy. You can't just, oh, I don't want to, I'm not going to waller and fester in that craziness today. Although it does feel like your life's crumbling around you, right? So you have to have tools to quiet your mind and get your body centered and grounded so you are able to go out and into the world world and into your day-to-day routine, whatever that is, calm. Do you agree with that? Like,
yeah, I think you're right. It's all about calm. It's all about just being. It really is. And I do want to throw in something that I had done. This is when I had my last one of my a radio show a few years ago, and I had a shaman on who is a well-known published author, and we were talking about that when he is running, he gets into that oneness. And it's all about experiencing the oneness of who we are,
yes,
into that zone of just going through and being at peace. And I have a daughter who runs marathons, and that's one of the reasons she loves it. Because after so many miles and you're running, that you absolutely get into that zone, and you don't even know how you finish the race. That you go on an energy.
The zone.
It doesn't matter. And I feel, so what that told me when I just, several years ago, was that enlightenment is not about sitting in a yoga pose all day long or climbing a mountain. We don't have to climb a mountain. We just have to be, just like you're saying, we just have to love and accept ourselves and find that equilibrium within ourselves of balance.
Yes. And finding it however you are able to. You don't have to climb a mountain. You don't have to run a marathon. You can just incorporate little things. One little baby step.
Yeah.
And you'll start to incorporate more and more until you just kind of live that way. It's, but yeah, so it's baby steps of finding a way to live in your essence, to live in your true essence, to live with your heart, right? And just be,
live in the heart center. Exactly. And I know for myself, when I coach clients, clients come to me because there's something missing. They're wanting something different. They're wanting to change. And so what I find with my clients, when they go through my coaching program or they have a breakthrough session, which is a weekend, that they can now return back to the calmness.
Right.
They have the door. They have the ability to whatever was throwing them off, off their game, so to speak, off their balance. And for some people, it's a lifetime they've had a problem. Or maybe they have little children, or they're remembering things that happened to them as a child that is still playing out in their mind, and they're grown adults,
Yeah,
And it's time to let all that go. It really is. So talking about enlightenment, what we're doing is really practical tips for everybody. And my clients, I have them go through this also, and it works. And
it does work.
Yeah. So can you share a tip of something that helped you early on in your path, of what you did to feel like you could start on your path, so to speak, like you could really not be all over the place, not from here to there, feeling like you're not grounded, or whatever. So what did you do to ground yourself?
Well, and just be able to deal sometimes. That's what I looked at. Back then, I would look at it like, okay, what can I do today so that I can get through today? So I didn't make it any bigger or, than it needed to be. And someone shared with me just a tip, and that's what I'm going to share with you today, because it does work. And it was one of the very first things that Steve and I did, and the kids do still to this day, is take a salt bath. And the reason a salt bath works is there's two reasons why it works. You're doing something for yourself. So you're loving yourself. You're taking the time to quiet your mind, and when you quiet your mind, even for 5 minutes, you can start to feel the energy shift. You feel a change. It's almost like a peace comes over you. And when you feel that peace, you're able to take a deep breath and start fresh, calm, and you have a whole new sense of perception going forward and in that moment. And so what I do is I'll make a nice warm bath. I'll put about 3 cups of salt, Epsom salt or Himalayan pink salt. Set the intention. Energy follows direction, and we are all made up of energy. So basically what you're doing is you're asking the energy that doesn't serve you well to please remove itself from your energy field, from your aura, from your space. And sit in the tub, close your eyes, burn some candles, maybe turn on some meditation music that resonates with you, which everyone's going to have a different sound that they resonate with. It could be the forest, it could be the ocean, it could be HZ sounds, whatever. And then once the water is kind of more of a lukewarm, you get out and you flush all that energy that doesn't serve you well down the drain. And then shower, because that's going to clean all that salt off and raise your vibration back up. That is a great way to recenter yourself and ground yourself.
That is. And the other thing you're doing when that's happening is you're cleaning your energy field. So while you're doing it, the reason you're soaking in the salt, of course, the salt of the earth, but you really are you're cleansing the energy around you. So it's like you're driving in a car and your car got hit with a lot of mud and you can't see out of the windshield. That's what happens to us day after day. The energy around us accumulates, and it can literally be like that. And that's why you have to clean the windshield, clean your energy so you can be more grounded.
Right.
Yeah. And it really does work. The other thing that I do several things to ground myself. If I can feel that my energy is down, I have a pendulum method that I use that will clear my energy right away. I know that I can just make the statement and it is, but sometimes you have to be able to stop and be able to do something to clean the energy. If I'm feeling ungrounded, I take my hands and I bring them down in front of me, down to like working down to the ground. And I'm asking my soul, my spirit that is feeling very scattered, become back centered in my body.
Yeah.
And that works also.
Yeah. So visualization tools.
Yes.
They do work. Yeah. And set the intention. You're setting the intention. You're telling your energy what to do, or you're asking your higher self, basically, right?
Right. You're asking yourself, your higher self, what to do. The other thing with, your salt bath, as we talked about, is it's cleansing your energy field. It's cleansing all that stuff. Like I've said before, that we take a shower, we take a bath, we wash our clothes. We do these things, but we don't understand that we need to keep our spirit, our energy cleaned.
Right. Very important.
That's the part that most people do not understand.
Exactly. Self-care.
Self-care
is huge.
It's huge. And so that's what we'll be talking about on Mondays. Self-care, how to keep in its tips to enlightenment. We're all spiritual beings living this human experience.
Right.
So we might as well make the most out of it. Anything else before we go?
I think that's all for today. I think that's a good place for everyone to start that has never done anything at all. I think you'll feel it. You'll feel different if you try your tip or my tip and just kind of sit with it and see how you feel after you've done it. Because you will feel lighter.
I feel that you do both. I feel that when you are, one thing, you can't get to a bathtub and you're feeling like ungrounded, like how you know that
Yes.
is you flip from one thing to the next. You're on autopilot. You feel like
Agitated.
yeah, you don't really know what's going on around you, but you got to get it together.
Yeah. Yes.
And you're not making good decisions. You're
Exactly.
not, and so if you can't get to a bathtub, you can stop, put your hand on your heart, tap your head. You can then just bring your hands over you, bringing back, because you're grading your spiritual energy if your fingertips are towards you. So that's the other important thing. Bring your fingertips before you and bring the energy down to the earth. And that way you're asking your soul to whatever is going on, get back, get clear.
Right. And it's almost like you're washing the energy that doesn't serve you well back down into the earth.
Oh, I like that. That's a great way
And then
to
you
put
can
it.
dip your fingers into the earth, and that way it's more of a visual intention of bringing your higher self down, and then negative energy or energy that doesn't serve you well down into the earth, and it recycles.
It does. It does. It's wonderful.
So I like that.
Yeah, me too. Next week we will be back on. We will use the same platform that we're on, or we'll go to another one. I will say, because as you know, I had this, me and technology, I had it on 2 computers, and I had the link in the window that people could click on, and we could literally have 2 more people with us right now. But I didn't say anything because I'm looking over there, and it's like, when I went out of the computer and came back on, I lost that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that's okay. This will be live and people can go to your site, my site, and they can learn a tidbit today. So until next week. Now you will also be back on tomorrow doing a live with me.
Right.
And we're going to do it a little different. But we will be doing a live together on Mondays. And it'll be practical tips to enlightenment. So be with
I'm excited.
Me too. We're going to co-host. Yeah. This is our new platform for a TV show. How's that?
Sounds good. Good practice.
Yeah. Well, namaste. Thank you.
Thank you, Judy.